It says preparing the stream, but it always shows that we're live. Like every time I go back, like this part is recording. So
Oh,
anyway,
wow.
welcome, welcome, welcome. We are super excited. What we're going to talk about tonight is why aren't your affirmations working? Why don't affirmations work?
Oh,
Why is it we're repeating over and over and over again and grinding really hard and saying them really hard and saying them stronger and nothing's coming to fruition the way that we're wanting it to? One of the big realizations that Jamie and I had, for many of you know that Jamie had a stroke while we were in Mexico. And this was just 5 months ago. And isn't he looking amazing? He's looking great, fully recovered. You wouldn't even know it. Like when we tell people, yeah, when he's like, oh, I had a stroke 5 months ago, people are like, what? Like, what? Like it's crazy. But the
yeah.
realization, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, when I say, yeah, I had a couple of strokes 5 months ago, because I had one in the morning and then one in the evening, and one around supper time. No, one in the morning, one in the evening. And it was interesting. People go, oh, you had a mild infarction or you had a mild stroke. I said, no, it was a major one. Two of them hospitalized 5 days straight on a bunch of machines doing brain scans, everything else. And they're like, and they said, but no side effects. Oh, there was. There was side effects at first. There was the inability to walk unaided. There was the inability to speak or talk unaided. And and now with the different healing modalities and good nutrition in the body, that has completely turned around, as you can see. Apparently, though, my jokes are still on the downside, but everything else has come back 100%. Mind you, if someone other than Amy gets to hear my jokes, apparently they're still good. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not my jokes at all, but my tired audience from it. So that was one of the things we learned. Here we were, um, found myself in a difficult, unpleasant, very unpleasant situation, and almost to the point where it's like, is this what life is going to be for me for the rest of the time? And a couple of things happened. Um, After I had been vomiting for 2 days straight, I mean, I'd been vomiting on and off for the 5 days, but the last 48 hours, like 2 to 3 times an hour, well, I won't demonstrate too much of it. I got to the point where I'm like, I am sick. The last 48 hours, like, so I have to I did that Facebook post that most of you responded to where I'm like, hey, all my friends, all my energy healers out there, anybody who wants to send me some prayers. I've had a stroke, I'm in hospital, and any positive vibes you can send my way would be helpful. Within 5 minutes of me posting that, my nausea stopped. I had friends from all over the world that saw it and instantly sent me a blessing. And the power of energy and thought is phenomenal when it's combined with taking care of the physical elements of the body as well with good nutrition. And that's what we discovered, because I already was doing a bunch of things, but yeah.
Yeah, so one of the main things that we discovered and why we created Escape the Toxic Minefield was that there's the mind, there's the body, and the spirit. The mind is your limiting beliefs. Your body is, of course, your physicality. We are humans in a physical body in this world. And spirit means basically, it doesn't necessarily have to be a particular religion, but we are a spirit in a body. We still have our spirit. So your spirit is love. It's the core essence of who you are, which is when you peel back all the rest of it, we're love. It's just love. That's spirit to me. But you can make it anything you want it to be. It can be your relationship with God. It can be your relationship with your higher self, whatever you want to call it. That's the spirit piece. And so Jamie had the spirit piece really down. He was really focused on that. He does meditation daily. He's constantly working on the mind, but he wasn't as focused on the body. And a lot of people in the healing realms, they don't focus on the body. They're like, "Oh no, I'm not my body. I'm spirit." But we're still a spirit and a body. So we still have to focus on the body. And in order to get the other things from the mind and the spirit, we have to feed it good. So we have to feed it good nutrition. We have to feed our mind positive thoughts. We have to feed our body nutrition, and we have to feed our spirit motivating things that elevates us. Right? So it's like, what are we consuming? Right? What are we consuming? Not just food wise, but like on TV. What are we consuming when we read books? What are we consuming when we're doing our meditations? And I feel like Jamie has something to say.
I'm trying to keep it subtle.
Never do.
It's just one thing that you mentioned there that became very well highlighted from the hospital experience and the professionals or the specialists that we saw afterwards. They were all focused on this thing or this thing, as opposed to, well, both of these things together create the reaction. So it's not just the mind doing all this mind stuff and forget about body and spirit, because they're not separate. Everything is connected together. And when we focus on one and lift it up, it's the empty bucket that's pulling us down and creating imbalance. If we look at filling all the buckets equally, we elevate ourselves in many different areas. So they're not separate elements. Even though we break them down to look at them, we must combine them back together as a holistic approach to our goals, our life, our achievements. So that's
and so my two big revelations after that stroke was, number one, aging isn't going to get any easier or any cheaper. That was a very expensive extravaganza in the hospital. And number two, I'm not serving my clients, because like, our clients are big speakers, big people that you probably know the names of. I'm not serving them if I'm not talking to them also about nutrition and all three, mind, body, and spirit, because you're going to hit a glass ceiling if you're not feeding your mind properly. Our brain actually takes up like 75% of the food that we consume goes to our brain first, because our brain is the controller. Our brain is the one that goes, shoot these chemicals here, push those hormones there. Oh, this needs insulin. It comes from the brain. And so when we're depleted, we're depleting our brain. When we're depleted of nutrition, we're depleting our brain. Now we can't have intuition when we're depleted. We can't help other people heal when we're hurting like that. Go ahead, Jamie.
Oh, you just remind me about good nutrition and the brain and how important it is to put good nutrition in the brain. I've heard so many people, and even I was this way in the past, where I'm like, oh, well, that's expensive. I can't afford that right now, so I'm going to eat this stuff. No, you can't afford not to eat it, because the not eating, oh, look, I saved some money on my lunch, and we spent thousands of dollars in hospital 6 months later. Because I wasn't thinking long term. What's that?
60,000 to be exact.
Yeah, you digress. Anyway, so
I'm still bitter. No, I'm just kidding.
You sound like dark chocolate.
But that's the reality of really that ultimate self-care of showing up to these every Wednesday, giving to yourself in that way. Prevention is going to cost a lot less than trying to fix it.
Yeah.
A lot less. And that was just a huge revelation. Go ahead, Jamie.
Just that, I know the human body is a miracle, given all the raw ingredients to be the miracle. So I was so much in the body's the miracle, was told I'd never walk again, and then end up becoming an international athlete. So I mean, hey, I know the body can overcome things, yet I wasn't providing it the raw ingredients it needed to be the miracle it could be. I was limiting myself and not realizing it.
Exactly. So that was just a huge revelation for us. And the other thing that we were discussing earlier today was around finances, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to spend the money on that and that kind of thing. And like I said, you're really doing yourself a disservice because it's going to cost a lot more in the long run. And a lot of people in this space, in the healing space, they want to help everybody. But we heard a wise man earlier today say, you cannot serve when you're hungry.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
difficult to serve others when on an empty stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we really wanted to talk about this today because we want to get rid of that old mindset from the new year and bring of the old year 2024. We want to let go of 2024 and we want to bring in 2025 in a big way. Right? So we ready to do that?
Yes.
Awesome. We ready to let go of 2024?
And it's great to see you here again, Barbara.
Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How do we want to do this? Do we want to write down limiting beliefs? Do we want to
I thought you had it worked out.
Okay. We can just do this meditation. So let me throw on some music. Let me throw on some Om. Let me pull this up. In the meantime, you can think about the things, and this is something that we do at the end of every single event. So at the end of every single event, oh yeah, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Exactly, exactly. At the end of every event, we always look at what worked and what could have been better, right? And it's that gratitude piece that's super important, that's going to elevate everything. When we are able to come after it with gratitude, it allows us to kind of open and let it go, right? So I want you to think about what didn't work this year for you. What could you have done better? And then what worked, right? And then we're going to really amplify the what worked.
And even with the what worked, you can go, well, this worked. Could it have worked better? And so, yeah. So we're always looking at where something is with awareness, and then also looking at it with potential, as opposed to most of the childhood experiences are like, oh, that's not right, that's not right. The guiding principles are coming from a position of correction rather than support amplification. So
Go ahead, Barbara.
For me, this summer was a summer of challenge. However, it has been the best thing ever because of everything that I learned going through it, of trusting the process and knowing that there's divine timing and that everything is going to work out and I do not have to have my hands on it. Let it go. So it was challenging, and yet it was the best thing ever because I learned so much about me, of how I feel about money, how I feel about what I do, clarity. It has been an amazing summer. So
that's awesome.
That's great.
That's awesome. So it sounds like it was great and challenging.
great. Yeah.
So were there times where you might have dealt with the challenge in such a way that you think, I could have dealt with that a little bit better?
Yeah, there were times it's like that I didn't go to the, like with me, I'm a woman of faith. It was like when I just was trying to do it myself. Yeah, Barbara, you have no control over this.
Yeah, so maybe you could have reached out for help a little more often.
Right. Or yeah, just and just leaning on God more at the beginning. Towards the end of the summer, it was like, okay, all right, this is out of my control, Barbara. Lord, help.
Yeah.
And it was almost instant.
And yeah, and that was Jamie. It was wild. We Jamie, like he said, when he was in the hospital, he put out a post on Facebook. He had been vomiting for 48 hours straight, couldn't stop. And he was like, and he put out this post on Facebook. He looked terrible. And he was just like, he was in hospital. Like he was just like, and he was like, guys, and he was near tears. Guys, I'm asking for prayers right now. I'm asking for help. If you, whatever your modality is, if it's energy healing, if it's prayers, send them. And 5 minutes, 5 minutes, the puking stopped and never came back.
It hasn't come back in months. So
Yeah.
Full beans.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the spirit piece. And then the other really kind of cool piece about that is I look at back at the post, there's 277 reactions on that post. Like everybody was sharing it around, putting out, but how quantum mechanics works, quantum physics works, is that even if somebody looked at that post 2 days later and gave energy, he got it in the moment.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and I think that's one of the things for me is that this was a summer of challenge, and yet it was like the best summer ever.
I feel sometimes that the universe will create opportunities for us to have a challenge, so we can see that we're bigger than any challenge that's around. Yet when we think about them, our creative aspect of our mind can create a much bigger drama, challenge, or circumstance than what we actually experience when we go through it. The fear of doing something usually is much greater than the actual action or application.
Right.
And you should tell your wife her cooking isn't that good. I mean, that's, we'll touch and go there.
We always ask ourselves this, or one of us will say it out loud to the other when we're going through it. We'll say, life is happening for you. How is this happening for you? Not to you, it's happening for you. Because very often when we're going through those challenges, we're in our own way. And it's like going, no, you need to get out of the way. And this is what's happening. And you start to feel it when you're on a path and you're going down the right road, because everything, the stars align. I don't know what it is, but
it was aligning. That's what I think. Yeah, that's the word for it. Just everything aligned over the summer. And I got to the point where it was like, okay, yeah. I mean, I was, believing for thousands and thousands of dollars. And yet it was preparing me to when I'm going to be needing millions of that, when I want to have millions of dollars.
Yeah. To get to that next level.
To get to that next level.
And the fact that you've gone through that cycle, you're in a position of clarity and confidence to support other people that find themselves where you were. So that's great.
Yeah. And now I can talk about it, and it's like, oh yeah, went through it. It's all good. hasn't come totally resolved yet, but it's okay, because you know what? I will, one way or another. And it might not be in the next month. It might not be in the next 6 months, but that's okay. Because the universe has perfect timing. Because it's all connected. It's all, So it has been very cool. And so coming here is just part of it.
That's cool.
This is cool.
It was described to me once by when I was working in Asia. Someone said, the universe or existence is kind of like a Rubik's Cube. And I'm like, difficult for me to solve? And he goes, well, that as well. But it's more like if you hold it up really close, it looks just like a green square, or it looks like a red square or a blue square. But it's a complex sequence of everything interchanging and connecting it. And he goes, just play with it and see what turns up, rather than trying to solve it all in the here and now. It's all connected. And you're observing just one moment at one point in time from your individual perspective, rather than having to try and understand everything. But have trust that it's all connected. Yeah.
So what we want to do tonight is we want to kind of clean out 2024.
Okay, girl.
And so we're going to do it through a meditation. And this was something taught to me years ago. And I wanted to show you this picture because this is the chakras, whether you believe in it or not. These are also through Chinese meridians. This has been used for thousands of years, actually. And this is the 7 chakra modality, but there's actually a lot more when you start to advance. We have lots of chakras. There's 11 major ones. You'll learn that later. And then we have like chakras in our hands and our feet and everywhere. So but this one is just the 7 basic, but it's just going to flush everything out. And
it's
so
a great place to start. If you're learning if you're learning how to speak, and we tried to tell you, or the teacher said, okay, everybody spell the quintessential elements of the dichotomy. You'd be like, huh? And I go, everyone learn ABC and say cat, dog, mat. Great. Let's start somewhere and build from there. So the 7 chakra systems is a good place to start with awareness.
So I'm going to explain this with our eyes open, and then we'll close our eyes and I'll walk us through it so you can understand what we're doing. So you guys can see my little mouse here, right?
And that's a picture of Amy just last week. She was out sunbaking, and
that's just how I roll. So basically you're going to picture energy coming down from way up high. Now you can call on God energy, you can call on your higher source, the sun, just universal energy, whatever you want. But this is also in Ayurvedic, it's prana or chi, or that's also words for energy, right? So you're going to pull it down through your crown and your head, through the top of your head, and it's going to go all the way, flush all through your body, all the way down, out your arms, out your hands. So your hands and feet are facing down. You're going to uncross everything, and your energy is going to come out of your hands down into the earth, and out of your feet down into the earth, deep into the earth, like really center, think like middle of the planet, like really deep center of the earth. So, and as that does, the earth neutralizes all energy. So energy never dies, it just transforms. So it never goes away. So if like negative energy just gets neutralized when you send it into the planet. So that's the first part. The second part we're going to do is we're going to visualize it. You're sitting in a chair, it's going to come up through your feet, earth energy, and you're just going to think of the energy from the planet. Like she's very giving. She's going to give us her energy. So it's energy from the planet that's going to come up through your feet and through your legs and up the front right here and through your first chakra and down back into the earth, all the way back into the earth. Okay. Then it's going to go, I lost my picture. There it is. I don't know if you guys can, okay. I think that's right. So then you're going to go again, once again, you're going to go up through the legs, feet, and I'll guide you through it. And you're going to bring it up through the legs and up the body and through the second chakra, which is about the middle of the yellow one right here. And it's actually a little lower. It's like more like your navel.
Oh, yeah, that's the orange one there.
The orange one is the navel.
The flower symbol that she's sitting on.
Okay, yeah, that's the first one. So that's the base. Then the second is the orange. Then the third is okay. So then you're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring it up through the third chakra. And I'll leave this picture up. So when I say, I'll call the colors. If you need to peek and open your eyes to visualize it, that's fine. You're going to bring the energy up and through the solar plexus. That's your third chakra and down. And then you're going to bring it back up again. So you're just going to create this circle. Okay. It's going to come up through the feet, through the middle of the body, and down out the backside and down your tailbone all the way to the earth. At the same time, this energy is coming from the top. Okay. And we're going to go all the way up to the 7th. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. 4th is heart. 5th is throat. 6th is like your third eye here. And 7th is your crown. Okay. Are you ready? You good? Okay, go ahead and close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. And just shake your body a little bit and just let everything kind of settle down into the earth. Yeah, beautiful. And you're going to visualize a beautiful, brilliant, white, sparkling light coming way up from the sky, way up from the heavens, way up into the universe. You're going to pull that energy down through the top of your head, and you're going to let it all flow through. 3 of you just yawned right now. That was hilarious. Like at the same time. Anyway, you're going to bring it all the way down your head, all the way through your neck, your shoulders, out your arms, all the way down, out the palms of your hands and back into the earth, all the way down your torso, through your hips, through your thighs, down past your knees, all the way down your calves and out through the bottom of your feet. And you're just going to visualize this giving you clean, just a rush of clean. This is a shower, getting a divine shower here. Beautiful divine shower, just running all the way through that. Let that energy just clean you out. Any negative thoughts, any negative things that were kind of hanging on from 2024, we're just going to let that flush right out the bottom of our feet and out the palms of our hands into the planet Earth. She will know what to do with it. Take another deep breath in and exhale and make that light even brighter. Bright, brilliant white light. Just make it brighter. Coming all the way down the body, through the crown, through the head, down out through the arms, down out through the palms, and through the bottoms of your feet. Ah, let it go. Just let it all go. You don't need it anymore. Let go of what serves you. Keep that which is serving you. And let it go. Now that that light is running really solidly for you, I want you to visualize from the center of the planet. You're going to visualize a brilliant white light, brilliant, sparkly, iridescent, beautiful light coming up through the bottoms of your feet, and it's come all the way up your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips, in the front of your very first chakra, and down out your back, through the chakra, all the way through the chakra, cleaning out that first chakra, giving it a nice shower, then back down your tailbone and back into the center of the earth. It's going to shoot down your tailbone. And that energy from the head is still running, still just flushing everything out. And now you're getting really grounded and really connected to the planet, back into your body, because we're grounding through the earth. So you're going to bring that energy back up through your feet from the earth. Brilliant, gorgeous, iridescent white light, all the way up through your legs, coming up past your hips, in through your second chakra, which is right about your navel, right about your belly button. It's going to go through your belly button, out your back, back down your tailbone, into the earth. Just flushing, just running that energy, flushing energy. We call this running energy in the body. So again, go back down to your feet. Pull that energy up from the earth, all the way up through your legs, through your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips, past your first, past your second, and to your third chakra, which is right about your solar plexus, right about your that little spot kind of between the rib cage there, through the center of the body, out your back, and straight down, shooting back down into the earth, just getting you completely connected, present in your body, grounded, flushing that body, flushing any negative thoughts, any negative energy that might be hanging around from 2024. We're just going to get rid of it. All right, now bring all that earth energy up through your feet, up through your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips, up past your first, second, third chakra to your fourth chakra, which is your heart center. It's going to go straight through your heart, beautiful white light through your heart, all the way through the back of your heart chakra, and all the way down into the center of the earth, back to the very center of the earth. And that energy still running from the top of your head. You can see that light is brilliant, just giving you a shower. You are just being showered with bright, brilliant, brilliant light. Cleaning everything out, letting it all go. Okay, you're going to go back down to the earth. You're going to pull all of that energy up through the bottom of your feet, through your calves, through your knees, through your thighs, through your hips, past the first, second, third, fourth chakra to your fifth chakra, which is your throat. It's going to go right through the middle of your throat, down, down your spine, down behind you, out back behind you, all the way down to the center of the earth. Ah, oh, feels good to let this stuff go. Just relax. In a moment, we're going to go back down to our feet, back down to the center of the earth. Pull that energy all the way up from the earth, through your feet, through your ankles, through your calves, through your knees, that brilliant earth energy coming up through your thighs and up past your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and to your sixth chakra, which is around your forehead area. Just going to clean out that forehead, clean out that brain with all that brilliant earth light energy. And it's going to go straight out the back of your head and straight down into the center of the earth. Just keeping you completely connected. Beautiful, 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 brilliant light. Just flushing everything, just a shower. You should just start to feel a lot lighter. And we're going to go back down to the center of the earth. We're going to pull all of that earth energy all the way up through your feet, through your legs, all the way up through all of your chakras, all the way up to the top of your head, your crown chakra, coming through that crown chakra, kind of a little bit like right, kind of grazing the top of your head. That energy is going to come back down around the back of your head, just giving you a nice little cradle, and all the way down to the center of the earth. So now all of that energy is running from the earth through your first, your second, your third, your fourth, your fifth, your sixth, your seventh chakra. All of it's activated. You're going to see this brilliant, brilliant light, and we're going to turn it to a very light lavender color. The very light lavender color that's just flushing your entire system and giving you this brilliant shower, just letting go of everything. Excellent. See it coming through the top of your head, down your body, out the palms of your hands into the earth, out the bottom of your feet into the earth. And at the same time, that brilliant earth energy is coming back up through your feet and up through the front of your body and through all of your chakras and down your back, just giving you a nice, brilliant shower. Notice any images that might be coming to you. Let thoughts just kind of come and go. The thought comes, just observe it, let it go. Just a little message of what you might be letting go of. You don't have to hang on to it, hang there. Just let your thoughts come and go. And now, in your mind's eye, I want you to kind of look at the screen inside your head. And I want you to start to visualize what you want to create in 2025. And make a screen like a movie screen and see yourself in that movie of what you want to create. Start to visualize yourself there. Whatever it is. You want to create a new relationship. What does he or she look like? You want to create more money. What does it look like? If you want to create better health, what do you look like? How are you showing up in this picture? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What do you hear in this image? What do you hear? What do you taste? What does it taste like? And lastly, what does it feel like? Does it feel calm? Does it feel happy? Does it feel peaceful? Does it feel awesome? What does it feel like? And feel it as if you already have the image that you're seeing in your mind. Now I want you to visualize somebody that you love really, really deeply, someone that you just absolutely love, and visualize that person and turn up that volume of that love and how much you love them and how grateful that you are for that person, how grateful you are to have them in your life. Keep turning up that gratitude and that love. And now, with that same amount of gratitude and that same amount of love, see that picture of 2025 again. And make sure that person you love is in your picture of 2025. They're part of that picture. In a moment, we're going to start to come back to our bodies, back to the present now. And go ahead and wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Give yourself a little shake. And come on back. Open your eyes. How was that? Yeah?
Very cool.
Cool. Excellent.
Enlightening.
Enlightening. Did you know that we are beings of light? Like when they say enlightened, we're already enlightened. We don't need to be enlightened. We just need to make the light brighter. Cool. Cool. So the reason that affirmations aren't working is because we're not adding the emotion and the taste and the touch and the sound and the smell into our creations.
Yeah, if it's just the thought without the embodiment of the senses, the embodiment of the senses turns up the magnetic attraction aspect of it, and the concept of it being real. We're always solidifying thought forms all the time, except most of the time we're solidifying thought forms of fear and concern and stressful potentials. And then we go, oh, I'm going to do an affirmation to create reality. It's like, well, as one of our teachers says, big fish eats little fish. So if you've got a big fish called fear and you got a little fish called affirmation of successful wealth, is fear. That was yummy. Next, your 2-minute affirmation, 5-minute affirmation in comparison to your 24 hours of subconscious fearful limiting beliefs is restricted. So a big way to turn that around is with your affirmations, with your vision board, with your creation sentiments, is to sit in the mindfulness moment of your senses with that creation. So breathe in the fragrance what it feels like. For myself, I'm at the beach. I can smell the salt water in the air when I breathe in. I can scrunch the sand between my toes and feel the warmth of the sand at the top and the coolness of it underneath. And I can feel that my shirt's a little sweaty, a little beads of sweat starting to on the heat, and I can't wait to dive into the ultra clear water and feel that all around my body, and the tingle and the swell of the waves as they move, like creating all this and really enjoying it puts more creative energy into the manifestation of these things.
Exactly.
I just scheduled a post. It's going to go out on Thursday or I think Friday. And it was the premise of is, what negative noise do you have living rent free in your mind?
Ah, yes.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And you know, energy is also our thoughts, you know, and so, you know, for instance, someone does something we don't like. Maybe they, you know, screwed us over. If I'm throwing emotional daggers at that person, that's energy that I'm throwing, and that's karma that's coming back to me. Right? So the key here is to really be conscious of, rather than that jerk and that like cut it off in your own, even in your own head, even if it's true. What?
Imagine you have, well, energy is like currency. Energy is a currency. That's, you know, electrical currency. Anyway, so it's like currency. If you had $100 and you're like, I'm really hungry, but I'm also really upset, I'm going to spend this $100 to go get some craft project and make a board that says, I'm really upset at you, and post it on the side of the road for the person to see. You're still hungry, and that person might even may be looking in the opposite direction when they drive past that sign. So with your currency, with your energy, you can either spend it to focus or attach to something that you're unhappy about, or you can spend it on something that you choose to be happy about. So you can spend that energy towards, oh, shall I spend this $100 on my craft project poster to let someone know that I'm upset? Or will I spend this $100 on something that's yummy to eat? So focus on your goal with your energy rather than your contempt of the circumstances that you're unhappy about. So at live events, we'll do this. We'll place a chair in a room and we'll just say, hey, look, this is what's something that you're afraid of, what's something you fear, what's something you don't want in life. And we place it right there on the chair. And then most people are like this, avoiding the chair, going around and around the chair, making sure that they don't touch the chair, looking to avoid it. I'm like, okay, what's one of your goals? They tell me one of their goals. Imagine the goal is out that door. How would you go towards your goal? And they walk towards the goal. I'm like, the very fact that you're moving towards your goal right now, you're actually avoiding and moving away from the thing you fear. Energy flows where attention goes. If your attention's on avoiding the problem, you're still focusing on the problem. What's the opposite of the problem? And focus on the goal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or chocolate. Goal or chocolate. Either one's a good outcome. Just saying, you know.
True.
Okay, let's do a quick let's clean up that energy, and let's do a quick self-healing on ourselves here, a quick self-energy cleanse. So this is going to clear any of the remnants that got left from that meditation that we just did. And we're going to start with our hands, and we're going to visualize big electric violet light. So you're going to like big mitts. It's just going to like get brighter and brighter and brighter. And it's like a electric violet light. So it's going to be like almost a white, brilliant light with just the edge of it being like a light lavender, just like, but brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So you're going to make it like brighter and brighter and brighter. Okay, and we're going to start with our eyes. So let's clean out our eyes tonight. So we're going to look up and you're going to do 10 swipes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Visualize a fire, a green fire next to you, and you're going to throw it in the fire.
Throw the dirty energy.
Throw the dirty energy in the fire. So you're going to visualize all the gray energy picking up with your hands. You're going to sweep out this way. Okay, now you're going to look straight ahead and we're going to sweep 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Throw it in the fire. Look down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Throw it in the fire. Disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate.
Disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate.
All right. Visualize those big mitts again. And we're going to just sweep our brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Throw it in the fire. Disintegrate. Let's clear our ears and our neck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out and away from you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Throw it in the bucket. Disintegrate, disintegrate. Oh man, that feels good. Do one more. We're going to do one more round here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Throw it in the fire. Awesome. Let's bring it down one up, like kind of up near the ear and bring it all the way down the arm. All the way down the arm into the fire and underneath the arm. Into the fire. One more. All the way down the arm. Into the fire. Excellent. Let's do the other arm. All the way down the arm. Into the fire. All the way through the arm. Fire. One more on the arm. Fire. Cool. Disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate. We're going to do our armpits. Let's get that stuff out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Throw it in the fire. You'll even smell better tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Into the fire. Disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate. Excellent. Okay, we're just going to bring it down the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Disintegrate in the bucket. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's visualize ourselves in front of us. Just a little version of you. This is how you do it. Little version of you right here. Then we're going to picture our backs. Just say my back. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Disintegrate, disintegrate. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Cool. Awesome. Shake it out. How we
feel
feeling?
like I've got yuckies off of me.
Isn't that weird? It's it's to me, I'm always floored by this stuff because it's like,
Yeah, the yuckies.
just wave my hands around a little bit and this works. It's crazy, but it does. It works. That's great. And you guys can do this anytime. You guys can do this anytime. I recommend doing it once a day.
In winter, while you're waiting for your physical shower to actually heat up, you can go, oh, while I'm waiting for that water to warm up, here's a little me in front of me and go, big gloves, front and back. Let's just sweep and clean the front, turn me around, sweep and clean my back.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it in the green fire and go, oh, by the time I've done that, the physical shower's warm. I'm like, okay, now I'll just go and rinse off.
I also wanted to teach you guys how to cut your own cords tonight. We have just enough time to do that. Okay, So cords basically energetically, remember how I was talking about those emotional daggers that we send to people? Guess what? People send them to us too, and they don't mean to. Nobody means to. It just happens. And so we literally, except for you, Jamie, we just we just cord into each other, and we have brilliant cords amongst our loved ones. Like we have great cords between those. And so when we're cleaning cords, we're not going to get rid of the love cords or the positive cords. We're only getting rid of the negative cords. So we're only getting rid of, and you'll see it's incredible. So the way that we're going to do it is we're going to visualize yourself in front of you as a little you, and you're standing. I like to start with my front. So I'm standing sideways. So like right now, like if this was me, this is my face and this is my back.
Okay.
Yep, this is my face and this is my back. So I'm going to picture from the front of myself right here, and I'm going to say all of the cords in my front, and I'm just going to gather, and you want to gather them with one hand here and one hand here. So you're gathering opposite like this. Gather all my cords, and you might even feel them. You might even kind of feel them. And then once you grab them, you're just going to grab them like that. And just going to give them a little tug, tug. And then you're going to cut, disconnect, and throw it into that green fire. Did you feel it? It's pretty wild.
It's like I know that I feel energy when my hand, that's just, but I hadn't thought of them as cords.
Yeah, and so that's why I like to put my hands instead of right above each other. I like to put them off to the sides a little bit. So I'm not feeling the energy from my other hand. I'm actually feeling the cords.
Right, right.
So, but you
Yeah.
feel that? You can feel that, right?
Feel that.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. So you might want to do it one more. Let's do one more from the front. So let's gather all my cords from the front, and you'll kind of feel them. I kind of shake them down,
Yeah.
grab them, yank, cut, disconnect, cut, disconnect, and throw them in the fire. Throw them in the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, now I'm going to turn myself around. So now I'm facing the other way, and my back is here. You're going to go all my back cords, and you're just picturing the cords that are coming off of your back, and you're just going to gather them. Mine are always a lot bigger in the back, kind of sticky. Cut, disconnect. Throw those in the fire. Let's just do that one more time. Let's gather all of the cords from the back. You might feel them a little less this time. Cut, disconnect. Throw that in the green fire. You can do the same thing with like a limiting belief. You can picture your limiting belief here, and then you can cut the cord to your limiting belief. And just go cut, disintegrate. How's that feel? I like to do this before I go to bed. I like to cut my cords before I go to bed, so that I'm going to bed with clean, just me by myself. I don't need to bring all those people with me into my repair, because that's when we repair. Sleeping is an important part to repair our bodies. Cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so appreciative you guys came. Any questions?
Oh, this was great. I'm so glad.
And we'll see you on Saturday, right? You're coming on Saturday?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm driving to Texas on Saturday.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Well, for those that would like to join us Saturday, I'll put the link in here. We're gonna deep dive
Is
on.
going to be there. So
Yeah.
and Wilma, you're in San Fran. We're coming over to see you. Correct. Yes. All right.
Yeah. In fact, you can either come this Saturday, or you can come to San Francisco on the 18th. So it's the same link. Use the code ESCAPE50 to get 50% off, and you can join us, and we're going to do a whole day of this stuff. So we're going to really going to go deep, and it's going to be amazing.
It's a live
Yep.
event, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Live event. And at the live event, if anyone has any personal thing that they want me to do some of the stuff with after the event, I'm more than happy to be there in person and do what I can do in the moment as well. I'll bring my my crystal wand. So.
Yeah, I'll be back in Chicago on the 18th.
Cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, this was
Well,
great.
maybe we'll come. Where do you live, Barbara?
I live near about an hour west of Chicago.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll come out to your location and do one of the Escape the Minefield out in your area. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna start doing these events like all over. So we've got one coming up in Seattle. Actually, I already talked to Beth Vilma. Yeah. So we're gonna probably go up to Seattle as well. So yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Great.
I think that'll be in July or June or June. I think it's July 19th.
July.
Yeah.
July 9th. Yeah.
Around July 19th, it should be.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Well, you guys have a beautiful night.
you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Great.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
an
and
amazing, amazing year.
yeah, 2025 as a number 9 year, from some of the stuff I was listening to, is a lot of completion and creation and fulfillment elements. So based on what you were saying, Barbara, we're on the other end of those kinds of experiences, and they've led you into a new potential, and that's going to be fulfilled in this next 12 months.
Right. That's why I don't know if I told you last week, it's like 24 was at the beginning of 2024, it was like 2024 is going to be the year of more and more and more. And now 2025 is when all of it is going to come alive.
Oh, nice.
And it's like, ooh. So yeah.
Love it.
That sounds great. So
Yeah.
have a beautiful night's sleep, everybody.
Yes. Thank you. This was great.
Cool. Thanks
Talk
for
to you
joining us.
Thank
See
you.
you
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye.
Bye.